Hello, friend. Welcome back. If you're new here, I am so grateful that my interpretation of human design has bumped into you. Today's conversation is around relationships. But first, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Leanne Wolf. I am a human design and BG5 business professional. I'm a coach. I'm a course creator. I'm a YouTube personality, I guess, if that's what you'd like to say. And what I love to do most is hang out on my lovely farm. And while I'm here on my beautiful farm, I get to coach people all over the world to really be able to drop into the frequency that is within their meat suit so that they can interact on this planet with a whole new level of awareness, letting go of those old patterns and stepping into the pleasure of being human. And during that, we all get to make money, we get to have relationships, we get to have careers that we love, and we just get to have a life that's beautiful. Okay, so today I don't think it's going to be a long one, but what I wanted to really talk about is I am getting copious amounts of emails and conversations with clients and friends and messages about relationships lately. And of course, why is that happening? Well, as you can see, and I discussed this in other videos, we have nothing in the program right now in this third quarter of duality and bonding. So the whole program at this moment, the whole transiting program is saying, listen, we really, really, really need to understand ourselves. Okay, we need to understand our own consciousness. We also need to understand the health and wellness of the form, like of the civilization. Are we actually being healthy inside of this meat suit? How are we building this planet? That's what we're learning about right now. And then we're also learning a lot about transformation and truth. And again, we've had in the 61st gate, we've had so much activity. And we will continue to have so much activity. And it is also part of the global orchestrated directory right now. And it literally is asking us, here I go with that literally word again, can you please be in amongst this and move from your own inner truth? Can you do that? Can you, let go of all of the collective stuff and just be in your own inner truth? In one of my videos I said, there's a lot going on the planet, a lot going on. And most of it is hearsay. So what are you actually perceiving in your reality? That's your truth, a portion of your truth. My reality has not changed at all through this whole global pandemic or pandemic, however you want to look at it. So what is your perception? What are the things that you're grabbing onto and chasing after? So the 61st gate is here saying, we have Pluto, we have Jupiter, and we also have Earth sitting here saying it is time. Today is the time. Now is the time. We're in a fifth line day. The fifth line day, they're messengers. They are solution oriented. And what is it? What is it today that you need to really drop into so that you can hear your own inner truth? Now, why are relationships so important right now? This is what's so fun. Again, there's nothing in this third quarter of bonding and duality. However, what the nodal positions are doing in this 10 and this 15, this is in the identity center. And the 4 gates of love in the identity center, the 25, the 46, the 15, and the 10, what they are all about is this loving. We are here to be loving through the other. So if you have any of those in your particular chart, that's how your loving shows up. That's how your love shows up, okay? What the whole program is asking us to do is, can we be loving? Can we be loving? And the whole time that this program is happening at this moment, with absolutely no activations in this third quarter, when there's something that's not there, it's an excellent opportunity for us to really grok the wisdom out of it that we need to. So how are you able to stand in your own inner truth, accept the loving that's universal, that is working through us, being able to drop into that and accept it, and then witness yourself in interactions with other people, so that when you're bonding, when you're in a relationship, or maybe you really want a relationship, well, now is the time that the program is saying, know yourself first before you drop into the relationships. Why? So that when you're vibrating at a very, very high level, you'll be able to interact in a relationship in a whole new way. And you attract that being that is also high vibratory. That isn't, in the muck and the mire of the not self. So even though we're here to really learn about ourselves based off of the wisdom of our interactions and our duality and our bonding, what I would suggest, now of course this is just a suggestion, please use your inner authority. Don't drop into any relationships right now until you are solidly standing in your own design and in your own inner truth and in your own frequency. Because for me, when I decode this, I see that relationships are going to be going to the next level. Bonding and duality is going to the next level. If you are aware. If you're aware, and if you can stand in the loving that is happening through us, then the relationships can be at a whole new level. They don't need to be in that muck and that mire and the unhealthiness of a relationship. It can be absolutely the complete opposite, where it can be a place of ginormous amount of wisdom, while you, the individual, isn't pulled off your game as soon as you enter into a relationship. So what I love the most is that now that 7 years has passed and I'm working on my next 7 years in the human design system, it really is like, following the bouncing ball. One of my cohorts at the BG5 Business Institute, Karen Sherwood, who's the director there of training, her thing that she said to me yesterday, really hit home for me. This is the most sacred of all sacred geometries. And when we can stand in our truth, and we can just allow for the witnessing of our physical body, everything starts to unveil and unravel and show itself to us. So the relationship piece of this, I am building out my self-mastery movement right now. There is going to be copious amounts of information and copious hours of coaching that we do in this program, because it is human design is not simple. There's the simple tool of strategy and authority, but learning it, there's a complexity here. And it is sacred. It is yours. I cannot tell you how it's going to work for you. I can show you the mechanics just like Ra did for us. So what I love is that here I am, I'm building out the program, and it's like I have this little map, right, of how I'm going to build out the program. Well, all of a sudden it's like, no, you're no longer doing this. You need to focus in on relationships. Okay, so I start going through all the material that Ra has about relationships and love and sexuality and how we care and all of this to create this, and then poof, I'm doing this because there's nothing in the quarter of bonding and duality. So grokking all of the wisdom out of it so I can see it in my own life, and then I can coach others to how to see it in their lives. Like, love is not really, we give it a word, we give it a language, and what's really interesting again is the 60-second gate is sitting in the sun. It is also sitting in, right now, the global orchestrated directory. So our languaging and the way we have worded stuff and the way we have organized it for the last 400 plus years has been based off of the bloodline leadership of the cross of planning. Oh, okay. So when we change the language, when we change our languaging, we change the frequency. So that's why I talk about high vibe. Instead of being in the muck, in the mire, and the victimhood of the not self. And we all know what that languaging is, right? Shoulda, woulda, coulda, poor me, why did this happen to me? Blah, blah, blah. Everything, life is so hard, it's happening to me. When we can flip that switch and we can begin to language our lives through the mechanics of human design, and then we can begin to language it at that level, all of a sudden we are changing the frequency and the vibration. Because now it's like flipping a switch, right? We go from puking out what's in the openness to literally being the outer authority that's within our frequency. And switching that frequency then allows you to have high vibratory relationships, high vibratory duality, high vibratory bonding. So if right now you're having a hard time in your relationship, or you're searching for a relationship, I would just really encourage you to do the inner work first before you make any harsh mental judgments or movements about a relationship. Know who you are first. Can you, at this very, very moment, while all of this chaos and destruction and distraction is happening on our planet, can you feel the loving? Can you be aware? I ask you guys these questions a lot in these last little sequencing of videos, because I can't do the work for you. I could give you lots of mechanics, and I get lots and lots of questions. Well, without me being able to put your birth data into the MMI software from Jovian Archive and analyzing it at deep levels and walking through a coaching process with you, I am generalizing. We are all doing that. Go back and look at my whole year. It's generalization after generalization, because I cannot say, this 60-second gait, blah, 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 these are the mechanics, but I cannot tell you how it's going to work in your holistic view. Going right down to the base information. And that takes time. I cannot do that in a 1-hour reading. It's process work. That's why I'm creating the self-mastery movement. So it's all consolidated. You can see all the mechanical piece of it. And then we walk through week by week. We walk through, we have coaching sessions so that you can drop into it and see it at a new level. I'm going to tell you, 7 years, working on 8 years. I am still, every single day, as I go through all of this material, and I'm talking hundreds of pieces of material that I've had over the last 7 years, there is new levels of understanding that I'm getting every second. And number one, cleaning out the cells so that this new information can drop in is very important. My relationship to my form, my body, my consciousness, my transformation, that's what the focus is right now. That's what the whole program is asking. If you're very much so caught up in relationship and trying to find, and it's going to be a distraction from what the whole purpose of this program is asking us to do right now. That is know yourself. Be in awareness. Now, I'm not saying, don't walk away, or do walk away, or don't get into that's not what I'm saying. Follow your strategy and authority. But don't make that a focus, because it's not there right now. It's not there. So we can grok a lot of information out of there, what's not there, but it's not the focus. The program, the conscious evolution, the movement forward is saying we need to be understanding ourself first and the frequency of who we are, so that when we are vibrating high enough, and when we are vibrating at a level of our correct frequency, the beauty of these relationships are just going to pop into your life. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking now. I hope to see you guys in my self-mastery movement. It has been a beautiful process for me, and I hope that it's a beautiful process for you as well. All right, thank you.